When I was in the Army, I don't recall many true Christians that God sent into my life. But there was one, and it was a guy that I had just started to become friends with by the name of Troy Jenkins. He was being a friend to me and my wife. And I knew he was a Christian because he talked about Christ, but he didn't try to evangelize me heavily. He just wasn't ashamed of his faith. He was just being a friend for me. He tolerated me, joked around with me, this kind of, rough and tumble buddy, and we were getting to be better friends. He got transferred to another battalion, and then in 2003 we went to Iraq. A little girl had innocently carried a cluster bomb up to them. He realized the danger, and he basically kind of pushed her back and separated it out from her in an attempt to save her, and it exploded. He was in critical condition, and he died in a hospital in Germany not long after that. And it was after I was saved and got out that I went and looked him up online, and that's when I first read that he was getting ready to become a preacher. And I read about his devotion to Christ, and I realized that he was genuine. That was the one time there was a person other than my parents that I know was really someone who was saved and was looking for an opportunity to tell me about Christ. At the time, I was being used to do some Arabic interpretation. I got called out one day to go with an explosive ordnance disposal team. It was months later that the company first sergeant came. He said, "You remember the day you were with the EOD team and they told you to stay in the Humvee?" I said, I did remember that. It was odd. He said, "They were going there because of what happened to Sergeant Jenkins. You were there, you just didn't know it." It didn't choke me up at that time. After I was saved and years later, I looked back at that and I realized I didn't see it as much when I knew him because I was in darkness. I didn't want to hear it.